Hi everyone, welcome back to our daily 5-minute English lesson. For the next 3 months, we'll be learning 100 essential adverbs. Even if things seem difficult at first, just keep going. This is my secret technique to help you level up. Listening to English explanations will boost your listening skills and vocabulary. Let's get started. Today, we'll learn about the adverb mostly. Let's start with a quick quiz. What does mostly mean? 1. Always 2. Sometimes 3. Mainly. The correct answer is 3. Mainly. So, mostly means mainly, or for the most part. Imagine a pie chart. If one part of the pie is much larger than the others, that large part is mostly the pie. Mostly is about the biggest part of something. Let's talk about how we use mostly. First, we use it to describe frequency or proportion. This means how often something happens or how much of something there is. For example, when talking about a quiet town, you could say, "This town is mostly quiet." This means the town is quiet most of the time. Next, we use it to show the main part or element of something. Imagine you are talking about a team, and most of the members are students. You could say, "The team is mostly students." This means most of the team members are students. We also use mostly to explain the situation or composition of something. For example, the soup is mostly made of tomatoes. This means the main ingredient in the soup is tomatoes. Lastly, we use mostly to describe the condition of something. For example, the house is mostly clean. This means the house is clean for the most part, but maybe not perfectly clean. Now, let's look at a word that's similar to mostly. The word almost is often confused with mostly, but they have different meanings. Mostly means the biggest part or mainly. For example, she mostly eats vegetables. This means she eats vegetables most of the time. On the other hand, almost means nearly or not completely. For example, she almost finished her meal. This means she nearly finished her meal, but not completely. Now, let's compare mostly with most, because they can be confusing. Mostly means the biggest part, or mainly. For example, she mostly eats vegetables. This means she eats vegetables most of the time. Most is used to indicate the majority of something. For example, most people like ice cream. This means the majority of people like ice cream. Notice the difference? Mostly is an adverb describing how something is done or happens, while most is used to describe the largest part of a group or amount. Here are 2 sentences using most and mostly. Most students are quiet. This means the majority of students are quiet. The students are mostly quiet. This means the students are quiet most of the time. Now it's your turn. In the comments, write a sentence using mostly or most. I'll read them and give feedback. Today we learned about the adverb mostly, compared it with most, and discussed similar words like almost. Mostly means mainly, or for the most part, and we use it to describe the biggest part of something or how often something happens. Most indicates the majority of something, and almost means nearly or not completely. Keep practicing, and don't forget to write your sentences in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next lesson.